Hey everybody, it's Matt Criscuolo coming to you up close and personal. Maybe sometimes a little too personal, but hey, look, that's the way the ball bounces sometimes. Very excited to be back and looking forward to hearing what you have to say and what you think about Vera Blue performing Hold. Now, this came requested by a supporter of the channel named Deborah Bing. Hey, Deborah, I hope you're doing well out there in Australia. So let's get right to this, shall we? This should be fun. Boom. Strings attached. That's a good name. That's good. Yeah, good.
I love the way you tie me down. False words will never be allowed. When I am yours, when we are
Nice. Nice.
you lost the many faults you found. You kept what was worth keeping around. When I am yours,
I'm
when
making
we are when I'm here to know before things become overgrown. There are reasons why I am this way. Wanting you to know before things become overgrown. There are reasons why I am. I've opened my heart so many times. You have a hold of it now. I need you to bring your life into me. You have a hold of it now. I tried to loosen off your hold.
beautiful. Really.
You stayed and nothing made you fall.
All right, I'm going to take a pause for a second. I sometimes play the whole video and then talk afterwards, but I wanted to share some of my thoughts. First of all, what I like about this arrangement and this song and the way they're presenting it, it's not, for me, and this is always Matt's opinion, okay, but it doesn't sound pedestrian. It's not playing to a 16-year-old kid, although obviously a 16-year-old kid can get into this if they are open-minded enough and haven't been brainwashed by their friends to think that this stuff is corny because it's not hip-hop or something like that. You know what I mean? But I think this has got a nice sophisticated quality to it I think for those of us who have listened to some really good music and have stretched our ears. So I feel like that's one thing. I like the harp. I think the harp is really cool, man. I love the harp, It creates a texture and a feel and a vibe and a mood that, it's kind of cool. I don't know what you think, but sometimes when I look at the way she's dressed and sometimes even the way she sings, she kind of reminds me of Bjork a little bit. I don't know. I love the melody. I love the arrangement. And right from the very beginning, when some of the vocal harmonies were so tightly voiced, we call those voicings. You know what I'm talking about, like the way if you were to play that on a piano, a lot of those. I don't know what that noise is. Sorry, but a lot of the tones that you're hearing, they're tightly clustered together, and they create a certain kind of dissonant. Not too much, but in this case anyway, but it's a tight voicing, and I like that. And when it's executed properly by great musicians that are obviously performing in this, you'll hear it executed so beautifully, and it sounds, I hate to say it, but it sounds hip. Sometimes I don't like to use that word, but it sounds hip.
I knew when you took me over, you were not like the other. I can be young and reckless, but you stay.
Oh God, I gotta hear that again. That's an example of what I like in music. Okay, it doesn't have to have these surprises and these unexpected, unpredictable, shifts and things thrown at you. They don't have to have that, but when they do, they always get me like some stank face. Like, oh shit, that's awesome. So check it out. Everything seems to be going along in a certain trajectory, and then all of a sudden, boom, that chord comes in, and it's so strong, and it's and it's a bit of a jazzy chord, by the way. But check it out, and how it kind of changes the whole vibe, and how it's kind of throws in a twisty and a turny that I think is very welcome.
I can be young and reckless, but you stay. Thank you.
Wow, so beautiful. Lovely, 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 lovely. Now, I don't know if this is a song that she's done and that she's already recorded in a more poppy context, and that they just rearranged it for this particular production and performance of strings attached. I don't know. It could be. It could be that it's reinvented or reimagined. I don't know. If we would like for you to tell us, please. If you could put it in the comments below, that would be great. Another couple thoughts I had was I like the orchestral quality of it. They had the timpani. They treated it like like an orchestral thing. Adds another aesthetic to it, which I think for me I like. I like it. It made it have a little more gravitas. I wouldn't say it makes it any better or worse than anything else. It's just different, but I liked it. I thought it was very well, tastefully done. And then another thought that I had was, I think music is just like, it can be designed and engineered just like any other visual art, like furniture or a painting or a car. For example, if you look at Apple products, like them or not, there's a certain simplicity to the design. If that, for example, you take the you take this product right here, for example. This is I don't know what that noise is. I'm so sorry. You take this product, for example. This is an Apple product, right? It's just a very simple design. It's who knows what it is, right? It's got some it's one of those pieces of hardware. It's very simple in its design, but if it was made out of cheaper materials and it didn't have the right finish on it that spoke of quality and of durability, and it probably would not only look simple, but it would look cheap and pedestrian, and it would start to feel ugly and not have the same effect. But because this simple design has a certain aesthetic quality to it, it becomes something beautiful. Like on a car, you take you take a piece of a car that is very simple in its design, but if it's got a very high quality finish of paint on it, where you could see that it's like an expensive exotic car, and it's got that finish on it, or a handbag, a woman's handbag, if it's done well, as the stitching is done properly, a simple design then becomes sophisticated, exotic, elegant, because they're making something simple look interesting and have that aesthetic quality. And I think that music can do that too. In her case, for example, she was singing a song that pretty much had a looping, simple, for the most part, chord progression, but the way it was arranged, the way it was delivered, it made it very highly interesting, and it had a lot of depth of quality and elegance to it. And that's what I really appreciate what they did here. All of these musicians, her and the choices that they made, bravo, bravo, bravo. I loved it. How did it make me feel? It kind of, sometimes I think a little too much, obviously, when I'm doing these reaction videos, but I could see myself really chilling out and maybe becoming introspective and listening to this song and having it maybe transport me a little bit to a place of thoughtfulness and quiet. And it's so pretty and elegant. It's almost like I can picture little butterflies flying around on all those little flowers that she had thematically throughout the stage, and on her clothes, and on the microphone stand, and all that. Anyway, that's my thought on the matter. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and if you get a second, go to my my merchandise. I have some merchandise, in the link in the description below. If you want to, check that out, maybe you'll find something. I bought a pair of sweatpants of my own product for myself, and I'm not gonna lie, man, they're the best sweatpants I ever had. As long as you don't mind seeing my mug on it, I have one that that you could, if it's not easy, take it easy, and if it's real easy, take it twice. That's what I put on it. But man, I got to tell you, they're just awesome. Awesome. Great, best quality sweatpants I ever bought. And I know if you check them out, you'll be happy with them too. So anyway, that's about it, guys. Hey, look, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And you take it easy. And if it's real easy, take it twice.